Yo YouTube everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be going through Sophia Smith's ultimate team card, giving you a player review, showing you guys how good she actually is in game, whether you guys should invest your coins, the strengths, the weaknesses, every single thing you guys need to know about this card in ultimate team. Sit back, relax, let's get right into it. Starting off with a few of the base kind of stats we're working with. We have an 89 rated striker from the female MLS league. I forgot what their league is called, and yeah, 89 rated, coming in at what's it called? How much is it? 320,000 coins. So off the break, that is a lot of coins. That is a lot of coins, but I'm not gonna lie, really good card. The reason why it's my first player review, it wasn't actually planned. I didn't really know who I was going to do first, but everyone I've used this year, by far the best card. By the way, let me know if you guys like this kind of overlay as well. I did take inspiration from Marshall, his player reviews I used to watch back in the day, years ago. I tried to make my own little version, kind of from memory, just a nice little version myself. So let me know if you guys like it, any changes you want me to see. I'm trying to make my own kind of version and stuff like that. But really good card. 4-star weak foot, sorry, 4-star skill moves, 5-star weak foot, can play at the striker and the right wing position. In terms of the pros that I listed down, the first one for me, the biggest pro is the weak foot. I love having a 5-star weak foot as my attacker. I think it's so versatile, so good, and it really is the meta because you could be so creative up front. You don't have to go to, you know, a certain area. You can be really impactful, and they just don't know what you're doing. They don't know if you're going for the right, for the left. Really important. 4-star skill moves I think is a must, unless you're going to play a bit more of a build-up striker like a Haaland type. I think you can kind of get away with 3-star, but besides that, I think you have to have 4-star if you want those agile meta strikers. And Sophia Smith really just fits the criteria for a great striker in game. You're seeing it in the clips there. Just every single attack I get, every single opportunity, she's at the heart of it, going through, making moves with skill moves, dribbling, pace. Unbelievable card. There is one weakness though. There is one weakness. Now, I don't think it's the end of the world. You can get around it, but there is one slight weakness. Unfortunately, it's going to be the nation and the league. It's not the most popular in the world in terms of the best meta players. So she is kind of at a level alone in the female MLS league. Again, forgot what it's called, but in her league, she's a really good player. There's a few okay players there. There's definitely a few players we'll go through at the end. I've got a list that we can kind of maybe have as comparisons to who she could play with and kind of link up with. But overall, you are probably not going to play on a full chemistry unless you really sacrifice some meta players. So that is the one con I did have, is her chemistry and her styles, like that. Not styles, but her links. If she was obviously like a Premier League player, maybe could have some more links, stuff like that. So that is the one con I had. Not the end of the world. I got her onto 2 chem in my teams and did a great job, but if we were being really picky here, that is the one kind of weakness we did have. Overall though, really good card. Let's go through a couple of some other stuff here. Let's actually break down some of the gameplay. We've got a couple of minutes left, just showing you guys how I use her in game, things I really found out, and then we can kind of break down her actual stats. So right now you see, you go through, again, 5-star weak foot, so not an issue there. Left foot, never going to be a problem. As you go forward right now, so when you're in these positions, okay, whenever you have that kind of attacker, so in this case we have Wirtz, he's going to be really good with those through balls. So what I'm trying to do is make sure my forward has those runs, gets in behind. We are also going to go into Smith's play style and her roles. We'll go into that at the end of the video when we go over to Footbin and kind of go through that. But right now, look at this. This is the kind of moment you want to see your striker, and especially a striker like this with a lot of pace, just going past that defender. So you see right now, as they're just past that defender, they're still on side. You want to hit a through ball through the gap, goes through, and you're going to see every single time they're able to beat the defender. Even right there, even though Ake should have got that, you see we go through 5-star weak foot, you're not missing from there. So you want to get them in those positions where, you know, you're at the edge of the defense, just like that, goes through, and you can see right there we did the slow down, speed up, use a skill move, go through, near post, you're never missing from there. Once again, look at this counter attack, we go across. What is it? Nice little through ball, once again through ball over the top, and it's the same type of goal. Right now for me, perfect way to attack in this game is the speed dribble, and someone like Sophia Smith, who has incredible agility and balance, is going to be incredible in these scenarios. Let's go through it again. I want you to really watch this carefully. As soon as we get the ball here, look how we turn here. We turn, and I look at the gap and say, right, this defender's not committing right now. If I can get through the gap, you can see how agile she is. She gets through the gap and she's not clunky, not falling over the place. She's through the gap, she's got her first touch, and she's ready to go. For me, that is the pinnacle right there. What I just saw was everything. Nice skill move there, we go through. Again, we're taking our time, we're dribbling to the side. It literally, for me, this is how it felt like. It felt like I was using like a prime Neymar. Like, it felt like Neymar from the older FIFAs, where it's got like sticky dribbling, 5-star weak foot. The only thing lacking was obviously the 5-star skills and maybe like a little bit better dribbling, I'll say prime Neymar had. But overall, it felt very similar. Kind of like a smaller, agile player. Really good kind of player to use. If you guys are looking at a partnership, what I would recommend is having somebody a bit more on the physicality side, someone a bit larger, could hold up the ball. Like you're seeing right now, we actually have Haaland in the team. We actually packed him untradeable. So I bought Haaland Haaland into the squad, and for me that was a perfect combination because we had Haaland with the hold up play, and then we had Smith kind of getting in behind, as you're seeing right now, just being really annoying, close touch dribbling, going past one, going past two, and just gets the ball in the back of the net. So really, really good combination we had with a big physical striker and then a small agile striker. For me, that is definitely the meta, having one of each. And you're just seeing the skill move after skill move, absolutely destroying the competition. Really, really good card. It is quite expensive. It is quite expensive, but for me, I really do believe it's worth it. I know I keep going on about it, but I didn't think this card would be that good. When you look at his actual base card, her base card, sorry, you can see 93 pace. That's incredible, of course. 5-star weak foot. I'm like, okay, this card can start cooking a bit. Then we go through, you see 86 shot. Now, when I actually look into the detailed stats, which we'll go through in a second, the shot doesn't really matter too much. It's simply about the finishing and the shot power, and she has enough shot power, she has enough finishing, and there's no real issues in this card. The only thing I could really think of was the issues in terms of the chemistry. There was no other weakness I really had. Maybe I would say the price. The only reason I didn't put that as an actual con, because I don't think she's not worth it. I think she is worth the coins. It was just the fact that it's quite a lot of coins to obtain at this stage of the game for one player. That's the only thing. But if you do have the coins, compared to the comparison and a competition, I've got Haaland untradeable, and I can actually say with confidence, I think she's better than Haaland in this game by quite a mile, honestly. I thought Haaland was going to be incredible. He's good. He's good. You'll see in the player review, he's really, really good. But in terms of my playstyle, I like having those smaller, more agile strikers. So for me, definitely worth the coins. If I didn't have Haaland untradeable and I had to choose out of the two, I definitely would go with Smith over Haaland based on that meta alone. Let's go through the stats, go through in more of the playstyles and stuff like that. Okay, we are back looking at the actual stats of her card now. Let's go through. So first thing I wanted to mention, which I think is, again, could be potential con, but I don't think it's bad enough to be a con. But you see how she's got false 9++. For me personally, I didn't love this. I tried it out. And this is why I think you guys need to be really careful with your roles as well. So if we actually look into what this does, position in the forward line, this player drops deep to dictate play. This allows them to contribute towards defensive phase of the game, okay? So with the build-up, the false 9 will drop back from the opposition's defense and operate as a playmaker. I didn't want my striker, the mobile striker, the fast striker, to be the playmaker. For me, I needed Sophia Smith as the kind of poacher, the one getting in behind and just really, really going to the back line and really, really stretching out the defenders and just constantly getting in behind. That's what I wanted from my striker. So I actually put her on advanced forward, and she was a lot more successful there than as a false 9 for me personally. I feel like for me as a false 9, I want my Haaland striker to do that. I want my Haaland to come a bit closer because he's a bit more physical. Sometimes he goes in behind, sometimes he gets a bit more closer, a bit more balanced, and he can really, you know, build up the play, use his strength to kind of hold the ball up, and then find Sophia Smith making the run. So for me, that's what I would recommend. I would recommend going as an advanced forward. I think it benefits a little bit more. First touch plus, you can see right here, we got the playstyle plus with the first touch, and this is again why I think she's really impactful, because when you ping those through balls, when you do those really fast through balls in, she controlled it really well. If we actually look at her dribbling right now, there 91 ball control with the first touch plus really like makes a difference. I didn't realize it, but when you know, do the power passes, it doesn't really affect her. If you do it to like a defender, you see it's a bit like wobbly and moving all over the place. But if you give her a through ball, or give her like a fast RB&A, and she got the first touch, she's absolutely chilling, no issues there. She got the finesse shot, technical flair, trickster, and quick step. Just overall an absolute clinical dribbler of the game. I really recommend trying her out. You look at her pace, 93 pace, like I mentioned, no faults there, great stuff. Shooting, again, look at the shots. Like her lowest is penalties, which overall decreases the stats, which is fine, because if you actually look at the rest of her shots, she's got 89 finishing, 86 shot power. That's fantastic. That's all you really need. Passing, again, great stuff there, no issue. And another really important stat for me, 93 stamina. Throughout the game, when she's kind of going towards the defender, she's not going to get tired, which is fantastic, because near the end of the game, when you need those through balls and you don't need to sub her off, she'll still be there with her 93 stamina. Defending, not really important. And then you have dribbling, I think probably one of her best stats there. You got really good balance, great agility, fantastic ball control and dribbling. Overall, incredible player. And another thing I didn't really mention, but being 5'5", I personally think is a strength, simply because the smaller players, they're a little bit more agile, a lot more easier to dribble with, and that's why the females are quite broken when you have those high dribbling. They really do play like that Neymar kind of role, where they're just so good at dribbling, so good to use left stick with, and just really impactful in the forward position. One thing I did want to kind of address and go over was the chem links. This is the thing where I thought was the biggest con. You can see there's some good players there. There's definitely some good players. Like I think Rodman as an inform is a great player to have. I've got the SBC as well, the milestone, whatever, and they're okay. They're good players, but I wouldn't personally have anyone in my million coin squad, right? Especially if you're spending like 300,000 coins. I personally wouldn't have anyone else here. So for me, the only one I would have is probably Rodman. That's the only player I would link to it. And besides that, there's not really anyone else. Now, if you did want to really up the budget here, you can see, you know, you can maybe get some heroes from USA. That's where I think the links can be okay. I think you can kind of get away with it. I thought Howard's a great option. If you get Howard in like your Premier League team, great option. Beasley I probably wouldn't use, but you could use him as a left back. I wouldn't personally use Dempsey either. I don't think his card's great for the positions he's in, and same as Donovan. So obviously if you're getting, you know, Ham and Fumi, that's different. They're over like 500,000 coins. But in terms of like any medium budget, I think Rodman's the only card I could say would be worth it to potentially link up together. And what is 4-star, 4-star? Yeah. So I guess this is the one card I would say to link up together. Maybe getting a manager, maybe getting Tim Howard in. But again, you're making a couple of sacrifices that you probably wouldn't have done if it wasn't for Smith. So that is the one thing I would say in terms of pure chemistry. It may be a slight issue, but for me, playing on 2 chemistry, not an issue at all. YouTube, hope you guys enjoyed our first ever player review on the channel. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys like this style? Normally I won't be on Foot GG or Footbin. I'll have the game open as well. Right now I'm not on my PS5, so I wanted to do it on Foot GG. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. By the way, this card's pretty good as well. I would recommend trying this card out as well. But yeah, back to the point. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you guys like. Let me know if you guys like the style as well. Do you guys like this overlay as well? Where is it? Do you guys like this overlay? Is there anything else you want me to see added? Anything? Let me know down below. We'll be doing 2 player reviews every single day, so drop a like on the video and I'll catch you guys for another one later on today. Peace.